Hey there, welcome to another old computer museum video. And this is Maniac Mansion for the Commodore 64 computer. And of course, anyone that played lots of games that were pirated or cracked back in the 80s on the Commodore will remember this intro by Eaglesoft Incorporated. This was one of the groups that actually pirated a lot of games and distributed games for the Commodore 64. So Maniac Mansion is in the top 100 favorite games of all time for the Commodore 64. And it's really a nice game, I must admit. It's one of the first, if not the first, point-and-click game that was available. So here we're past the intro for Eaglesoft Incorporated. So what's to say about Maniac Mansion? Well, first of all, it's a game that was made by Lucasfilms, and they actually made really high quality games for the Commodore 64. It was available for the Commodore 64, the Apple II, the IBM PC, there's an Amiga version, an Atari ST version, and Nintendo Entertainment System version also. And so it was released in 1987 for the Commodore 64, the Apple II, and in '88 for the Amiga, Atari, and IBM PC. So it's basically really a text graphic adventure. So basically here you choose three. There's one character that's Dave, that you are, and there's two friends that you'll bring along, so you're three characters. Each character has its own little quirks and quarks, and they each accomplish something that you often will not see on other characters. So during the game, the skills and abilities of the different characters will actually really be important here. So for example, I will use Sid, aspiring musician, and the little nerd here, Bernard. And then you just click start for the game. So you got your basic plot at the beginning of the game. So basically what you have is a meteorite that slammed into Earth, and this mad little scientist that comes out with the purple slime, and he's kidnapped your girlfriend Sandy. So what you have to do is actually bring your friends along and try to help Sandy get out of the castle. What made this game extremely nice back then is the use of a point-and-click type interface, which was one of the first for the Commodore 64. And actually, the interface is called SCUM. It's a special interface that they actually made for the game. So it's pretty cool. And basically you've got your types of Mansion. Here I go. Trying to go down. So it's a 2-disc game, as you can see. So you gotta, 64. So like disk, and then you press. So you enter one side or the other depending on where you want in the game, and it starts like this. You're outside, and you can hear these crickets, and so basically you try to help Sandy get out. And so like I said, this was an interface called SCUM, and it's one of the first interfaces that were made, and it was very popular. Many games, even for other consoles, actually use this same interface for their graphic adventure games. What makes this game also really interesting is the atmosphere they were able to put into it and the story itself. So basically you just click and go wherever you want. Like here there's a sign. You can click the read in here, and so it says read sign. And here we go. Trespassers will be horribly mutilated. So it's a nice little interface because you click the action you want to do at the bottom and apply it to objects or different characters in the game itself. Maniac Mansion is one of my favorite Commodore 64 games, and it's one of the favorite games. It's in the top 100 favorite games ever, and so basically it's a great adventure game, and it's actually great adventure game even today. It's amazing how this game, even though it's a little dated, still looks cool and makes you want to play. I give Maniac Mansion for the Commodore 64 a score of 9 out of 10. It's really, really one of the best games out there, and it's really worth it, a really great score. Gameplay is fun, the atmosphere of the game is really cool. It's like a, you know, one of those really horror type movies. The fact that they added the abilities, so for example the nerd and Bernard is the one that's that can operate some electronic stuff. So when you have electronic gadgets there that you need to activate, he knows how to do it. There's a part of it where you need a musician for some reason, and well, you've got Sid, and you also got another character that plays music. So you got to carefully pick out your different characters, but whatever character you pick out at the beginning, it does not do anything in the way of not, you know, preventing you of to win the game. So all the characters at the beginning that you will choose will have abilities to actually work the different parts of the game where you need other characters. And basically what you do is when you want to change character, all you have to do is so here you'll see a little cinematic showing the Mad Doctor. That's also an interesting feature, the little cinematics from time to time that show up in the game. And actually the game is the time counts. If you waste time too much, you can actually lose the game because you've wasted too much time. But you really gotta waste a lot of time. Most of the time it's okay. Many levels. The castle has so many rooms to explore. Graphics are quite nice for the Commodore 64, I must say. All the rooms are really well furnished and interesting. Even the little Mad Doctor experiment there. Everything is interesting there. So basically all you have to do is simply go and enjoy yourself on this game. So this was a review of a game called Maniac Mansion, and if you enjoyed these lookbacks at old games, consoles, well, click the subscribe button at the top of the screen. You'll be informed of all the videos we put online. If you have any comments or questions about what you see, or maybe a request of a game you'd like to really meet you wanted me to review and look at, please let us know. I'll try to put a video online for you. And so this is Commodore 64 version of Maniac Mansion. And if you enjoy this game, well, it's a 2-disc D64 that you can play on emulation like here, or on a real Commodore 64, of course. So take care, and hope you come back to the Old Computer Museum channel. Lots of videos online already about Amiga, Atari ST, Commodore 64, and much more coming up. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you again on the Old Computer Museum channel.